there guys, this is Coach Chad from Dane's Body Shop. I'm here for your Wednesday workout. Today our focus is going to be the posterior chain, so we're going to be working on hip strength and lat strength. A little bit of conditioning mixed in there as well, but first we've got to get warmed up. So for our warm-up, we have 10 hip swivels, we've got 10 scorpions, 5 bird dogs on each side, 5 side-lying windmills on each side, 5 broom handle good mornings, and then some side-to-side hops. So what that looks like, starting off with those hip swivels, doing this from the side so you can get a good view here. So hands out to the side, bring that leg up straight, flex your toe down towards your shins, drop it over to the side, feels so good. Bring that other leg up, flex that toe down, flex it over to the other side, feels so good. We've got 10 of those. Then we're gonna flip over onto our stomach for the scorpion. This is gonna work on those hip flexors. So we're gonna bring our hands out to the side, we're gonna bring our leg up, and we're gonna drop it across our body. Oh, my body likes this today. Bring it up, drop it across the body. Little known fact, if you put a minute amount of alcohol on a scorpion, it will go instantly mad and sting itself. Next we've got 5 bird dogs on each side. So drawing that core nice and tight, extend the right arm and the left leg, keeping a nice neutral spine. 5 on the right, then 5 on the left. Next, we've got 5 side-lying windmills. This has been one of my favorite exercises for opening up my very tight thoracic spine lately. So we're gonna come into a somewhat fetal position, hands out to the side. We're gonna reach up, we're gonna reach behind ourselves, and as we go, we're gonna open up that chest towards the ceiling, rotating that thoracic spine. So 5 on the right, 5 on the left, nice and slow there. Then we've got our broom handle good mornings. This is something that in class we often do with PVC pipes. Today we're gonna do it with a broom because you guys probably, hopefully, have one of these around. You're gonna take that broom over your shoulders, flex those lats. You're gonna keep the legs straight but not locked out, hinge at the hips. Now from the side view, you can see my back stays nice and flat and my house stays nice and clean. You've got 5 of those. And then you've got 30 side-to-side hops. So find a point, I've got a little line right here, but you can pick any point on the floor, and you're just gonna hop over and back, side to side. So you're going boom, 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 boom. So it's 15 each side. You're gonna do this for about 10 minutes. If you feel warm at 8, that's fine too. I'm gonna invite you to pause your camera in a moment here on the warm-up that I've got written up. So if you want to, we're gonna hold that so you can see the whole thing, and pause. All right, we're back. So now, we are gonna move on to our hip strength portion. Now, we're gonna start showing you a few options at the end of the workout for any of those of you who have barbells or other equipment around to make it look a little bit more like your typical fusion workout. But I think what you're gonna find is the workouts, as we show them, are gonna work pretty well at home as any other fusion workouts would. So what we're gonna do is I'm gonna grab a bench, but you can actually do this on your couch, with a chair, really with anything that you want. And so you've got your bench, and the next thing you need is a load. So I'm gonna go grab my bag that I've got over here. This bag is gonna be invaluable with what you do. Hey Moose, how you doing, buddy? So if you've got a nice sturdy bag, you can load it up with cans of canned vegetables, books, anything that's really heavy to change the weight on it. So I've got my bag, I'm gonna load it up. I've got my bench here. So I'm gonna do 4 rounds. I've got 8 hip thrusters. So what I'm gonna do is do what I call the jacuzzi position. So just like you're hanging out at the edge of a hot tub, upper back on that bench, you're gonna bring your bag onto your hips, and you're just gonna extend up and down. If it moves away, you can put your hands on it to keep it up. So we're squeezing those glutes nice and high at the top. Now notice, I'm not just dropping to the ground. I'm slowly lowering, okay? You can get creative with this. Hey, Moose, come here. Come here, buddy. Come on, Moose, let's go. So if you've got a dog around that's very patient, you can grab them, put them on your lap. You ready to go, buddy? You get our exercise. So Moose and I, we're gonna demonstrate a few with him. Just squeeze up, good boy, and down, right like that. So 8 reps. Now stay tuned for the end of the workout. You just yawn. Is my exercise bothering you? Is it making you bored? Go on, buddy. So stay tuned to the end of the exercise where I'll show you how to do that with the barbell. The next thing that we have are 12 bent over reverse flies. So for these, again, you don't have to go too heavy. I would say 2.5 to 10 pounds is enough. So that means a book, some cans. You're gonna hold something in each hand. You're gonna hinge at the hips. Keep that back nice and flat, kind of like at the bottom of that good morning. And you're just gonna squeeze those shoulder blades together. 12 reps there. And then finally we have a 30-second calf stretch that you can do at the edge of the couch against the wall. Just put your toe box up against and lean in for 30 seconds on each side. Got 4 rounds on that, so I'm gonna go ahead and show you what that looks like. And I'll invite you to pause right there. And we're back. So up next, we have our Metcon. Today, we're gonna go pretty heavy with our core work on the Metcon. But then again, when don't we go pretty hard with our core? We've got a 12-minute AMRAP for you today. So up first, we have 8 to 12 plank rows. This is something that we do pretty commonly with a pair of dumbbells at the shop. But as it turns out, it's incredibly easy to set yourself up to do it at home. So you can grab a stack of books or anything that'll elevate one hand, and then you use your trusty backpack for the row. So here, I'm gonna come into a nice tight plank position. Notice that my hips are level. They're not twerking. We're right here. And we're gonna hold on to that bag, row up, lower with control. So the number of reps I have listed here is between 8 and 12. Depending on how heavy your load is, you can do less or more. You can also make it more difficult by going really slow on the way down. Up, nice and control. Feel the burn that way. 8 to 12 on each side. Then we've got 20 flutter kicks. Move our books out of the way. 20 flutter kicks on each side. So flutter kick, coming into that hollow body position, toes are flexed. 1, 1, 2, 2, 3, 3. Next we've got 20 scissor kicks. So here, same idea. Point the toes instead. We're gonna go 1, 1, 2, 2, 3, 3. Those are your scissor kicks, and then we're gonna get a little bit of cardio in. We've got 20 high vertical jumps. So whereas in the beginning of the warm-up we were hopping quickly and low, here I want you to really load up and try to get high with each lift. I recently tore my calf, so I'm not gonna go terribly high, but I invite you to jump a little bit higher than I can, okay? So hands up, we're gonna slam dunk that ball. Almost a little volleyball move there. So you've got 20 of those. So we've got a 12-minute AMRAP. Go as fast as you can with perfect form. And now I would like to invite you to pause again and jot that down if you need to. And we're back for fusion. So hopefully now you're nice and sweaty. Maybe your children are making fun of you for how you smell. That's a sign of a good workout there. For our fusion, we've got a 45-second dead pigeon. Like I said, we're working the hips a lot today, so we're going to stretch them out some. So we're gonna cross one leg over the other. We're gonna roll back onto our back. We're gonna reach through that hole of the 4, grab your shin, lean back, and just breathe. If you don't wanna time this and you just wanna relax, 45 seconds would be about 7 breaths or so. So nice, slow, deep breaths. 45 seconds on each side. We've got the 90-90 stretch. So we're taking a position almost like our feet are doing a squat. We're dropping them to the right, to the left for 10 total. And we've got a 30-second thread the needle child's pose. So for our child's pose, our feet are together, our knees are wide. I think Dane showed you this on Monday actually. And what I'm gonna do is take what Dane showed you with the standard child's pose and just take it a little further with a thread the needle. So we're gonna come into that child's pose position, reaching forward with our hands and back with our hips. We're gonna take that back hand, we're gonna reach it through, drop back down, and just take some nice deep breaths there. So again, that's the child's pose with thread the needle. With that one, just take your time, nice deep breath, should get a nice little stretch through the shoulders there. So that is your workout for the day. Stay tuned. I'm gonna have you pause one more time so you guys can see that fusion, and then I'm gonna do another quick demo with a barbell and some dumbbells. All right. And we are back real quick. For those of you who happen to have barbells and dumbbells, congratulations, you lucky sons of... All right. So, we're going to bring our bench back out. I'm going to grab my barbell, which I've loaded up over here. And so, what you can do today, if you got, let's say, if you got a barbell, you probably have an actual bench, so that's great. It's going to be nice and stable for you. Same exact thing. You're not going to look as cool as I did because you're not going to have a tiny dog on you, but I won't hold that against you too much. Pull that bar all the way to your hips, find that jacuzzi position, all the way to the ground, all the way up. Now notice that I did not put clamps on the bar. That was foolish. You want to put clamps on the bar because otherwise those plates might go off, okay? You can substitute that for the tiny dog hip thruster. And if you would like to substitute something for the bag and book plank row, you can do a bent over row with your barbell instead. So you're going to hinge at those hips, nice flat back, row it in. That bar should come straight up from the hang position. So as opposed to coming to your chest, it's going to come closer to the bottom of your rib cage. From the side view, looks like this. So you can substitute that for the plank row if you like. So that's your full workout for the day. If you have any questions, please hit us up, info@Dane's Body Shop. Actually, you know what? If you have any questions about this one, chad@danesbodyshop.com. Thank you guys so much for sweating with us, and have a killer workout.